When Luke at MI Gardener says, be prepared, it's time to pay attention. Hello, everyone, and welcome to SuttonsDaze. If you're new here, my name is Lisa. We are all about pantry preparedness, and pantry preparedness also includes our garden, which is why I've been taking you along on my trials and tribulations with the garden this year. For those of you that may not know, I think everybody knows, Canada's on fire, okay? And that is resulting in an extreme amount of smoke, and we are being heavily impacted here in Michigan. The whole eastern seaboard pretty much is being impacted. It's everywhere. I'm going to put a link to Luke's video at the end of this video, but I thought it was a really good time to reiterate what Luke said. We are always talking about being prepared. We are always talking about making sure that we have what we need in case of an emergency. So a lot of people have been asking, is the smoke going to impact our gardens? And the short answer of this is yes. Okay. He'll give you more information there. Definitely worth going and watching the replay of that live chat. The air quality here in Michigan is atrocious. I know it's been impacting me really bad for the entire week now. And what I did not know, I was like, oh, look, okay, it's supposed to end tomorrow or today or whatever. No, it's pretty much going to be around. It's not going anywhere. So we need to prepare for all of that and the repercussions from all of that. Because even though you can see the sun right now, I can tell you the smoke this morning was atrocious. I had to run errands early this morning, and it was really bad and it was really dense. And it kind of comes and goes and comes and goes, and all of a sudden you look out and go, okay, we're smoky again. Or if you're outside working on something, you're going, why am I trying to breathe in this stuff? Masks are a great thing, but you're kind of just trying to juggle with what you can do in this kind of heat. Today is exceptionally muggy. But Luke did mention that they're already forecasting, his farmers are already forecasting that because of the smoke, the impacts of the smoke, the seed production is going to be 30% less, which means the produce is going to be 30% less, which means the produce prices are going to go way up. And the simple way that he said to counteract this is to plant more. So my mind immediately started going, well, where can I plant more? Okay. We already have a super short growing season here, and this has the potential to stunt the growth of the plants that we have. So I'm curious how this is going to continue. But when somebody like Luke, who doesn't do preparedness stuff, says you need to prepare, you need to get your seeds now, then I'm going to back it up and say, listen to him, because he knows what he's talking about. I have relied on Luke for a very long time. I remember him when he started his channel. I remember watching him and following him, and have continued to do so for many, many years. He knows what he's talking about, and I find him very beneficial because he can pinpoint things specific to our region sometimes. So even if he's not your gardener in your area, he is a wealth of information and knowledge, and I highly recommend checking out his channel if you have not already. MI Gardener. More than ever, we need to pay attention to how we're going to produce our food. Can I grow everything that we eat for a year? I cannot. But I can put off some of those higher expenses when we know that they're coming, when we know that they're forecasted. They are forecasting an increase. They are forecasting an increase in price on seeds. And that's not just for you and me. That's for everybody. Anybody who uses seeds. Everybody uses seeds, okay? If you grow heritage breeds, learn how to save seeds also. That is huge. If you don't save seeds, which I have not perfected, then purchase seeds. I put in an order for next year's seeds. I know what I'm growing. I know what I can grow. I know what I have the patience to grow. And then I know what I can supplement from the stores at a higher cost because there's going to be less of it. It's moments like this where the people who I trust, the knowledge bases that I trust, ring those bells for me and say, okay, you need to focus on this. You need to prepare for this. Now, in all honesty, I'm getting ready to start prepping for winter. Tomorrow is July 1st. I'm going to start prepping for winter because I don't want to do it when winter's here, right? So on top of the gardening, on top of all the stuff that happens in the summer, I am going to be prepping to get through the coming winter. And that includes canning the stuff from the garden. That includes canning stuff that I get from the stores. That includes the farmer's market, whatever. Me finding a way to preserve what I need in order to make it through next winter. Ideally, you want to make it through longer than next winter. And I can agree with it. The air is thick. You can taste this stuff on your tongue, and it is absolutely horrific. But we need to take a serious look at how this is going to impact everything. We know it's bad for our health. We know it's bad for the environment. We know that it's bad, period. Now we know that it's bad for our gardens, and that it's going to impact the productivity of our gardens and the seed production, because the productivity of the garden is what creates the seeds, right? Right. Take a moment, check out Luke's video, figure out what you need to do to become better prepared for next year. If you can, get the grow bags now, get the buckets now, get the containers now. If you don't have, land per se to put it in. I have land and I'm still putting it in grow bags and buckets and anything that I can find to create that extra space in order to grow something, because all you need to do is put a seed in some dirt, pay attention to it, water it, and you've got food. It's a skill. It's not something you're going to learn overnight. So practice, and there's still plenty of time in the growing season. With tomorrow being July 1st, you still have plenty of time, even here, even where we are, to get some stuff in the ground. I just planted more beans yesterday because I know it's got a short span that it can grow in. It's 60 days, give or take. Grow the extra zucchini, dry it, freeze it. Grow the extra tomatoes. Do everything that you can do. Get ready to start seeds early next spring with me, because we're going to need it in order to supplement the cost of our food in the coming year or years. I'm going to put some links down below. There are a couple of really good maps to see what is going on with the smoke and where it's going and where it's impacting, and understand that even if you are not directly underneath where that smoke is hitting us, if you're not breathing in what I'm breathing in, that you're still going to be impacted, because the food production happens a lot over in these areas. And that is going to impact it coming to you. The seed production is going to be impacted coming to you, because this is where the seeds are harvested. So it's not just us, it's everywhere. This stuff, they are showing the smoke heading far and wide. It's not a good thing. So thoughts for our Canadian brothers and sisters. You've always had a fond place in my heart because we're so close to you. But we've got a little bit of hurt coming again. Don't be panicked. Be prepared. Get your seeds today for the stuff that you know you're going to eat. Get the seeds today for the stuff that you know you're going to grow. Put them up in the best possible way that you can. And next spring, we can start gardens, hopefully 30% cheaper and hopefully 30% more productive than what we're dealing with now. This is going to be an epic garden year. Okay, check out Luke's video right here. He has a lot of information. He's a world of knowledge if you're not familiar with the channel. And until next time, everybody, please be safe.